They really are our allies, and of course, it's just... Nevia looks Jaeger over closely from head to toe. I kind of think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia who wants us to march to God knows where. Kinda smells like a trap to me. Jaeger, who is attacking you, and why can't you handle them on your own? Large creatures that attack from the air. Some are fighters, other are, at a guess, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They look like stone come to life. Oh, gargoyles. I am almost certain they're gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky. I switched back into Erebeth for some reason, or Sela. They look like stone come to life. I'm almost certain they're gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we were setting up our camp and most vulnerable, and they caught our forces at partial strength. The Paralactor had dispatched some of our troops as scouting teams. The flying beast didn't fight us, they just fell on us from the sky, grabbed our fighters, and either took them somewhere or threw them to their deaths. We were unprepared for that. Where's your squad down now? Not far from here, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor and weapons, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive on Dresden, and will give the enemy a chance to prepare. Give me one reason why we should help you. Jaeger looks at you amazed. The Hell Knights are the former admirals of the Crusades. After a pause, he adds, I cannot make promises on behalf of my command, but under the circumstances, you must be able to convince our Paralactor to join your army. Hell Knights in our army? That's just what we need. Or, that's just what we need. One of the two. I don't know how it's supposed to be read. What do my companions think? Hell Knights, with allies like them, we've no need for enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. We're not like them, are we? We had to save them. Sounds like a trap to me, but even if he isn't lying, Dresden's our goal. If our offensive is delayed, we won't get another chance to retake the city. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demons is a good cause in itself, but these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shellen, forgive me, but I fear we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our defensive on Dresden. Do you recall Prelate Helrune? Well, picture an entire army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. We should help them, but only if they join our forces in return. We can use some fresh blood. Hell Knights? No, not for all the gold in the world. Do you know what kind of people they are? One minute you're just going about your business, next you're locked in the stocks and there's a butcher in black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are, but if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? The crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. Huh? What? Daniel blinks a few times, baffled. This question has no scientific significance. What's interesting in how the water in the river poisoned the whirlwind will affect this boy. With your permission, I'd like to examine him, or his corpse, in a few days' time. I mean, I gotta help, right? Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The knight points out the location on your map. The situation is critical. Please, send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and meet you there. Oh. Okay. Well, let's take a quick rest. See if I can get rid of that corruption.
You're not bad at spellcasting. Where did you study?
Here and there, but I give up all my lessons just to be able to drink the way you do and not end up under the table.
Wah, wah. Alright, let's see if there's any other stuff now that we've moved locations. Nothing from Anevia. Oh, hey, Erebeth. Nope, nothing new from you. Some new loot in the camp. Hey, yo! Nothing that I care about there. There's barking in the game, and it's throwing me off because my dog usually barks. Ah, boy, there you are. Very good, just in time. You'll be delighted to know that I need you for an experiment. So, the Grey Garrison stands roofless. Demons are running from the hills with their tails between their legs. Mendev's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my, Galfrey, is scurrying to and fro, and all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there is no scientific evidence of your exceptionality. If one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do, we, people of science, refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. Danielle punctuates her statement with an energetic sweep of her arm. And therefore, open your mouth and say, ah, for me. Ah. Danielle peers into your mouth and with a practiced eye. Alright, your throat's fine, tongue looks perfectly normal. Your breath. Smell is in line with the regular functioning of the digestive system. Now, for your teeth. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each of your teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. No detectable alterations. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their races, have an amazingly powerful bite? As if suddenly recalling something, Nenyo promptly pulls her hand out of your mouth. Are you really trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? Then you seem slightly embarrassed. For the good of science, I look for correlations everywhere and everything. How can you prove there's no correlation if you don't bother to look for one? Stay silent. Moving on. Alright, so what do we do next? Ears, let's check your hearing. Testing! Danielle yells right in your ear and she nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing's fine. Was fine. But don't worry, it's scientifically proven that you should return to normal soon. Next, Nenyo circles you. Eyes are clear, posture is satisfactory, limb length is standard, no lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and, in a slightly dejected tone, says, Boy, you're the picture of health. It's a pity. I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now, let's assess your mental state. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You are a tree. Two squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do you do? I do precisely nothing, because I'm a tree. An unconscious act of withdrawal, along with a lack of trust in your own abilities, or perhaps just a healthy dose of pragmatism. On to the next question. Another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. You've just been picked from the vegetable patch and you put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make soup. What do you do? I tried. You know what? I'm gonna roll into this with her. Try to dig deeper into the crate. As unconscious acts of rejecting the unspoken rules and laws underpinning the functionality of the universe. Yes, it's all quite clear to me. Rejecting universal rules and behavioral norms, along with a distinct unwillingness to take a firm position in the choice between good and evil, there's something of the trickster in you. On that note, I deem the experiment complete. Thank you for your participation. Neil looks at you pensively, then gestures at you with a wide sweep of her arm. And yet you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I will solve you completely. Unless I forget. Now, I time to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. Ooh, I'm hoping all my companions have some new dialogue. I love Nenyo. I think she's so freaking great. Oh, mysterious elf. What? It's good to see you. What can I do for you? Would you like to renew your forces with the excellent fighters? Who's that elf talking with you? She didn't introduce herself, but she was greatly interested in the volunteers that had joined the army. Still, she thought I might know the elf she was looking for from my mercenary contacts, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. She never shared her name. It's Forn Autumn's Haste. She's hunting for... I know who this is!
Let us be off.
Nope, nothing new from her. Surprised they didn't give you a bard companion in this. Alright, anything new in your tent here, Beth? Hey, little one. Say you can do magic. An old silver-haired fighter sizes Ember up, skeptically, apparently baffled, finds such a young girl in the middle of a war. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you hail me? course. Ember whispers the spell and touches the bloody bandages. Thank you. That's so much better. Soldier rips off the blood-caked rags and strokes the healthy skin underneath them. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter, just like you. Oh, little girl, how'd you end up here? What are you doing here in the thick of it with us? Ember gives him a light-hearted smile. I'm just like you. I came to the thick so the thick wouldn't come to the other kids, like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be. So little, yet so more courage than some others. The old man runs his rough hand over her hair, and she smiles at him again. The crow on her shoulder rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you healed. The soldier... Evil? That's so mean. The soldier leaves, shaking his head pensively. Ember waves happily, then turns around and notices you. Hi! Looks like your words really got to him. The demon's claws don't just rip up our bodies, but our souls too. Magic can heal cuts and broken bones, but the ones that hurt the most. It's not invented a spell for that. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say they bring them comfort. I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet, but I can tell that my words make them feel better. Because I'm confused. I mean, don't second-guess yourself. You're helping all of us. The soldiers are companions in me. You think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. She taps a scarred finger on her cheek, then breaks into a smile. Oh, right. It must be true if you say so. I love Ember. This is too much for me to handle. Am I going crazy? No, she's over here. Is there any more dialogue for that, Ember, or was that your thing? Do soldiers still rely on you for help? Even more than before. They come to me and ask questions, wanting advice. I don't think I ever say anything clever, but sometimes it helps them. That's what matters, right? Your words helped me back then, too. I'm still scared that I'm going to say something wrong, but if you believe in me, that means I'm doing the right thing, right? And I believe in our fighters, so they have to win. She's so wholesome.
Let's move.
Let's move. Okay. Mr. Blacksmith, you got anything for me? Anything good? Or you just still got the basic ass shit? Basic ass shit. Should have thought so. How are things in the camp? Oh, I cannot remember his voice. Iomade be praised, everything's fine. Well supplied, nobody's going hungry. And the sick, well, you can't run a military encampment without somebody getting sick. But they aren't taking up any more beds than usual. Except, Quartermaster looks at the mound of equipment bearing the signs of recent tinkering. We're having a little problem with the soldiers' gear. The army has a standard that dictates who gets what. Except, its standard is only good for fighting around Canabras. Needless to say, the conditions inside the war room are completely different. The scouts have been complaining. The local vegetation's like razor blades, they say, and it slashes the soles of their boots to ribbons. The cloaks might protect them from the cold, but they're useless against acid, snow, or caustic mist. The scouts are missing plenty of vital gear. Coil rope is a simple thing, but there's not even enough to go around. Can you imagine? How are they supposed to scale a mountain with no rope? So I've been thinking, what if we issue them different equipment? The scouts, at least. What soldiers do you see fit, dude? That's more like it. I'll make sure the troops have everything they need and then some. Probably moves faster when it has fleet-footed scouts. Wilser seems like he knows everything. I'm not going to second-guess him. Come on, man. Oh, his shop. Let's see. Anything new? Oh, do you have anything new? Bunch of +1s. Ugh, great sword +2. Black Dragon's Fang, Jesus. 75k. Man, can't believe he's not giving me any more bags of holding. Alright, Woljif's got nothing. Horgus, you got anything? Oh. Horgus Worm has been expecting you. His thumbs stuck in his belt. There you are. I've been waiting. Oh no. Oh no, I'm losing Horgus. I've been waiting. As you see, I have joined the crusade. Oh my, I lost Horgus' voice. I don't know how to swing a sword, but the war is costly, and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful even on a battlefield. Besides, I'll hear it. Horgus. Besides, I believe... Horgus shifts awkwardly from foot to foot. I believe I owe you an apology. Horgus. The way I behaved was rude, ill-mannered. You're an honest and honorable person. You've clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the tithe of command. Horgus. Title of that commander. You and your friends with Queen Galfrey herself. Such persistence deserves respect. Horgus tilts his head in a brief acknowledgement with your merits. Please, allow me to give you this magic amulet from my humble personal treasury, to mark our future cooperation. What is it like to live your entire life under someone else's name? When I was a boy, I used to hate Horgus. The condescension most... Oh. Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret to everyone? Are you threatening me? I invest a lot of money in your crusade. I've completely lost the voice. Crusade, and I'll invest even more if you think... Yet, you think to humiliate me in front of everyone? That's not gonna work. If a scandal breaks out, it'll be your word against mine. And I've been as Horgus Gwyn for several decades. I own a vast estate outside of Canabras and share the local quarry. I will defend my good name to the end. Your claims will seem like vile slander, and I'll see that. Horgus' face becomes blotchy, his eyes nearly pop out of their sockets. He calms himself with visible effort. However, I do hope it won't come to any of that. We are all here for a common cause, victory over the demons, and I intend to see this business through. Why have you decided to support the Crusaders now? With all due respect, that's none of your business. I have my reasons. Perhaps I felt a rush of patriotism when Canabras was destroyed. Anyway, why would you think I ever supported the Crusaders? Perhaps I simply don't like to brag about my donations. Ostentatious charity only attracts beggars. I'd wager that Irbeth has no idea whose money she's spending on drinks and supplies. Why'd you hide the fact that Carmelia is your daughter? Didn't I tell you this at the mansion? It's because her mother, Iris, was a lowly half-elf who looked after my garden. I always wanted to join the Gwyrm name with my family, another noble family. The Gwyrm legacy must not be mixed with common blood to vanish obscurity. Oh, no, yeah, this is all... How'd she die? Horgus pieces you the long, heavy stare. I'm not gonna tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. Tell me about the Count. He's a brilliant young man with a brilliant pedigree. That story of his. Nobility is the glue that keeps our society together. I suppose that is why demons so often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if only slaughtered poor country folk? The Arende family shared the tragic plight of the Gwyrms. Along with many other members of the nobility, they fell victim to the treacherous attack during a major celebration taking place at their family estate. I hadn't received an invitation and was slightly insulted by the snub, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The gods saved me from a terrible fate. All the guests died that day from a magical demonic disease. I sympathize with the Count deeply. He's endured so much. It's no wonder he keeps himself aloof from me. I think this is due to the fact that Horgus Gwyrm's fate so resembles his own, and we both have to relive those horrible memories whenever we see each other. Okay, Horgus. Spill the tea, I guess. Alright, nothing over here. Ow. Alright, no one in here. Let's go around inspecting my camp. Nothing from you. Darren. I'd love to visit the Heaven's Eagle and see the Arende estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention to myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday was completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Alright, deal. Perfect. You'll have a ball, I'm sure of it. Something strange flickers in Darren's smile. Okay. Oh. Forn. I'll bet other elves will look just like Kalessa. A gloomy shadow crosses his face. He remains silent for a while, then says reluctantly, "A few years ago, a sect of demon worshippers was uncovered in Kyonin. They were followers of Deskari, who had been brought together by his priestess, a Namora. Naturally, as soon as the truth was revealed, a hunt for these evil zealots was called. They were all marked with the same brand of darkness as their leader, the wicked Kalessa. The sect was soon destroyed, but some of the cultists managed to escape. I pursued them in order to eradicate their evil, root and branch." Sighing heavily, his lips curls into an expression of bitterness. "It is a great shame that the children of a noble nation have besmirched themselves with this taint, and I would be grateful if this confession were kept between us." Yeah, sure, man. Whatever. Alright, do you have bag of holding? No. Okay.
Onwards.
So we got some new dialogue with Forn about Kalessa, so that's pretty cool. Alright, Sela, how you feeling, girl? Nothing new from you? Gotcha. Oh. What we got here? What do we got here? Nothing new here? Okay. Lon, what you got for me, bud? Nothing. Alright. Well, I guess I'll take nothing. Okay. Time to explore. Do I need to rewalk the path or something? Oh. Well, I guess I'm going here first. Is this just the end of the path over here? I'm always going to fight the random encounters, because you can get some loot and some experience.
Distract them from me. Time to share your treasures.
It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. Don't get too close. What? Wait, whoa, whoa. Why are you exhausted? Nenyo, why are you exhausted? How are you at meat? Girl, how are you at... You have nothing on. Why is your strength score at 3? This is too much. I know you're a wizard, but Jesus.
not the end. Canabras did not fall. It will survive this and be rebuilt. Better than before.
Hell yeah.
Aw, I didn't even get a chance to poke around in any of the abandoned houses. Aw, by the time I get back, they'll all have new locks on them.
Poor old Jeff. Let's see. Do I have anything new here I can do? Yes, I do. Is there anything... Oh, no. I don't want to go back to Canabras. Okay. Let's do a quick save here. And see if I can beat this. Oh, God, there's so many bugs. God, there's so many bugs. Zero to one. Hell yeah, my boy. High roll, high roll, high roll. Yes! I don't particularly care about this unit that much, but I would like to keep it alive, you know? Pop. Pop his butt. Not a high roll. That's a very low roll. But I made up for it. Okay, let's have that one keep being focused down. When they get to attack twice, it always throws me off. I mean, he's doing his job. He's tanking. Let's just change the title of the stream to freaking like Heroes of Might and Magic. I got this, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna hit him real hard. Just let me kill it. There we go. So level 4 battle was literally... Oh. After driving a swarm of demonic flies, the Crusaders discovered the remains of an unfortunate group of Mendivian knights. The leader had a baldric with an emblem recognized by one of the soldiers. It was the crest of the infamous falling knight Melander Lindis. Yeah, it is. I like want to do Scorching Ray. Yeah. Well, let's go after these demons now, huh? Are you scared? Oh, not a demon. Betrayers. Weaken the archer before he hits me. Okay. That's unnecessary. High roll, high roll, high roll. Yes! So good. Wow, you guys are tanky. They're dead, though. Can you stop? Nice. Maximum rolled that. High roll. I'm high rolling so much this round. Hell yeah. Didn't lose anyone either. Just too strong. The traitors who defected to the enemy's side at Canabras are dead. Narrow Cyan expresses his deepest gratitude to the commander.